Hank Hall waited in the middle of the rooftop, pacing, never quite still. His anger radiated off him like heat. Down in the street, somewhere past the late-night traffic and flickering streetlights, he could hear the distant sirens yet here, high above the city. All was tense and quiet. He gripped his fist so hard his knuckles blanched. Hawkgirl landed behind him, silent as a falling feather despite the armored wings on her back. Her helmet caught the city's harsh light, eyes unreadable beneath its bronze brow. She didn't announce herself. She didn't need to. Hank stopped pacing. He had heard her. He turned. "You didn't have to come," Hank spat, his voice harsh. "This isn't your fight." She let the challenge hang in the air for a second. "Maybe not," she said, "but it's not yours alone either." Hank scoffed, cracked his neck, a nerve thrumming in his jaw. "You don't get it. You and your league friends, you play at justice. But there are monsters in this city that don't stay down, unless someone puts them down." The wind howled between them. Hawkgirl flexed her wings, the ancient metal murmuring in the cold. "I'm not here to lecture you, Hank," she said, "but I can't let you kill him." The hymn wasn't present, not yet. Hawkgirl knew all about Hank Hall's impulses, the raw energy that made him such a terrifying force as Hawk. Rage was his gift and his curse. Tonight, rumor had it he'd tracked a would-be arsonist, a petty criminal by metahuman standards, to this very rooftop. Hank's way was simple. Violence, swift, and final. "What if I do it anyway?" Hank asked. The muscles in his neck were tense. "Ready? What if I do what needs to be done?" Hawkgirl's hand rested on the haft of her mace. She didn't draw a teat, but she didn't back down either. "You know how this ends, Hank? Someone winds up dead. Sometimes it's the bad guy. Sometimes it's not." They stood in the hush, eyes locked. In another world, maybe they were teammates, allies. But not tonight. Hank darted forward. It was never subtle with him. Anger, for all its power, is a blunt instrument, and tonight it swung straight at Hawkgirl. He leaped, fists raised, but she met him mid-air in a clash of metal and muscle. Ow! Her wings flared, catching the wind, and she slammed him back with a shoulder. He fell, rolled, sprang up again. "You want to stop me? You're going to have to fight, Shayara?" She braced for his next charge. The city lights spun dizzyingly around them, neon and sodium bleeding into the night. For an instant, Hank's form blurred, a lean shadow racing toward her. She ducked under his haymaker, her wing clipping his shoulder, the impact ringing out like a bell. He swung again, wild and forceful. Each strike was telegraphed in rage. Each one she dodged, blocked, or deflected. When she hit back, it was precise, a calculated shot to his ribs, a twist to throw him off balance. She had studied how to fight him. She knew what rage could and could not do. Still, he was relentless. "You don't know what it's like," he shouted, "to watch people like him walk free, to see justice fail." Hawkgirl's eyes narrowed. "And you think you're justice?" "This isn't justice, Hank. It's vengeance." He roared, picking up a discarded vent cover, hurling it at her like a discus. She batted it away with her mace, sparks flying. The standoff had become a war of attrition. Hawkgirl's breathing was measured. Hank's was ragged, every exhale a curse or a growl. Then, out of the darkness, the true criminal, the firebug they'd both been chasing, emerged, stumbling onto the rooftop looking to escape. For a split second, everything stilled. Hank lunged for the man, and so did Hawkgirl. She intercepted Hank, wrapping her arms around him, pinning his arms to his sides with her wings, lifting both into the air with a mighty beat. For a moment, they were off the ground. Hank's boots scraping asphalt, struggling in her grip. "This ends now," her voice thundered. With sheer will, he broke free. But by the time he hit the ground, the police had arrived below. Hawkgirl blocked him. "He'll face justice. Not yours." Something in Hank brought the certainty, maybe, the righteous fury. He glared at her at the flashing blue lights. For a moment, he looked terribly small. In the end, Hawkgirl watched as the criminal was led away. Hank standing in the shadow, breathing hard, fists unclenched. Maybe his anger would never go away.
Act.
But tonight, it wouldn't dictate who lived or died. She stepped up beside him as the sirens faded. Next time she said quietly, "It doesn't have to be a fight between us." He didn't answer. But for the first time all night, he didn't reach for his fists. As the city cooled, as the confrontation ended, the moral lines were messy and uncertain, like so many battles between friends, enemies, and something in between.
Act.
They left the rooftop in different directions, unresolved but alive.